For context, I raised 6 million on a 23 million post with Andreessen Horowitz leading our seed round. This is how I thought about it. I really hate fundraising. Like in my previous companies, I've failed multiple times. It's just a very stressful process. So I wanted to have like some extra buffer, basically. I also talked to a lot of fintech entrepreneurs, and doing Mercury in 2017, it was a lot of uncertainty how you get it to market, right? I knew there wouldn't be much proof points between like me starting this to me getting it to market. There's no point in me raising 2 million and then a year later going like, oh, we haven't launched this thing, but look, we've written some more code. I didn't think like I would be able to de-risk much until we would actually launch. 3 years was the worst estimate I got, but I was like, okay, I can probably do it faster than that. I was like, what if it takes me 2 years and then when I launch, it's going to take me another year to get the engine going, get distribution, etc. So I really was planning for a 3-year runway. So that's like unusually high. I think most people who raise their first, this would have been called a pre-seed round, are not aiming for such a long runway. But I knew that like this was hard and I wanted to give myself enough time to be able to execute it and not have to raise money in between. And then the last bit is I knew I had the discipline to not spend the money just because I have it. I don't think raising a lot more money is a bad idea. You should never really dilute yourself that much more than 20% in a round, but if you dilute yourself 20% and you can get a higher valuation, I think it's a good idea, but don't spend the money if you've raised at a valuation you didn't deserve. I think most entrepreneurs are just really bad at keeping that discipline, but we kept our team to basically 8 people for a really long time, and then we grew to 9 people just before we launched. We had 6 million, like we could have done more, but I think pre-product market fit, like you just don't want to go above 10 people. So that was my approach. And obviously I had enough of a reputation that I could get. Originally I was aiming for 5 million, I ended up at 6 million, but I felt like that was doable.